Most creators think that YouTube monetization looks something like this. You upload some videos, eventually you hit 1,000 subscribers, and then you just hit 4,000 hours and you're done. Your channel looks great, if not a little lopsided, and everything went smoothly without a hitch. And yeah, while those are the rules, a lot of people seem to forget that monetization is actually a structure. And if the foundation of your channel is not built correctly, it can and will completely fall apart. Today is not about going into hacks or shortcuts, and we have explored some of those in the past. Instead, we are starting from zero, and we're going to help you build a foundation and a structure that actually gets you paid on YouTube. But before we even think about monetization on YouTube, we need to build a base. You can't build a skyscraper without having a foundation of some kind, and on YouTube, that foundation is your channel settings. A lot of creators rush through these, and if you get this part wrong, maybe your channel doesn't fail to reach monetization today, but you could have problems down the road. First, you want to go to the Earn tab in YouTube Studio. If you see a lock icon next to two-step verification, stop what you're doing. You literally can't even apply for the YouTube Partner Program if this is off. The last thing you need is for you to have your channel fully monetized and you're cruising right along, only for you to get hacked one day, all of your videos deleted, and your channel turns into one of those fake Tesla live streams. Secure your Google account. Do not skip this step. This right here is what keeps your channel from getting taken away from you overnight. Now for the next layer, what you want to do is go to Settings, Channel, and Feature Eligibility. Everyone should have standard features, and most of you should have intermediate features if you verified your phone number. But this third one, advanced features, is what I want you to look at. If you don't unlock this, you can't get clickable links in your video description, which means, for example, no affiliate links. You can't link to your newsletter, your blog, your merch. You're kind of like putting a big barrier right in front of your wallet, and you should probably get this turned on. Now, there's a few ways you can do this. You could wait a few months by just kind of posting videos and getting some channel history going. YouTube uses that as one way of verification. Or another way to do this right now is to use the video verification tool. They're gonna ask you to take out your phone, look at your camera, turn your head, and this should be enough for them to verify you're a human, and boom, you're done. It might take them a day or two to get back to you, but once they do, you should have advanced features unlocked once and for all, and you won't have to do it again. And now we're almost done with the boring stuff, but you need to look at your YouTube AdSense account next. If you don't set this up right, you could delay your YouTube paycheck by up to 3 months, like what happened to this person. According to Google, you are only allowed to have one AdSense account. So if you started a blog back in high school, or you had a YouTube account 10 years ago, you could already have one of these. If you try to create a new AdSense account when you already have an old one, you will get hit with a duplicate account error. It's a nightmare to fix. So before you apply for monetization, I want you to search your email just for the word AdSense. If the account is really old and you don't know the password anymore, use that account. Go and recover the password and get it going again. If you're sure you don't have an AdSense account already, and make sure to double check, what you want to do is wait until YouTube prompts you to make an AdSense account. Don't just make one ahead of time. So this is your foundation, your security settings, your feature access, and your AdSense setup. This alone does not make you money, but it is your foundation. And now that it's somewhat solid, it's time to look at the next phase of your channel and build it in such a way where it remains safe for monetization as you continue growing your channel. Before we go any deeper, we need to talk about the requirements for getting into the YouTube Partner Program, which is going to be a bit of a recap if you've been following us for a while, because we talk about it all the time. But this is a beginner's guide, and also the monetization requirements do change from time to time, so let's get into it. There are two main checkpoints on your path to monetization. First up, you have early access to the YouTube Partner Program. This is when you hit 500 subscribers on YouTube. You also need at least 3 public uploads in the last 90 days and either 3,000 public watch hours in the last year or 3 million shorts views in the last 90 days. This level right here is basically when you unlock all the fan funding stuff. So super chats, memberships, shopping, all the things that are nice to have, but let's be honest, they are completely dependent on the type of community you've built and how much they're willing to part with their own money out of their own pocket. If you reach this tier, you're probably not quitting your day job anytime soon, but that's why a lot of people really strive for full monetization on their YouTube channel. This right here unlocks your ad revenue, and it's the thing everybody wants because that means YouTube is paying you money while you sleep as long as your videos are getting monetizable views. But here's the important part. Just hitting these numbers does not mean that monetization is an automatic thing that just turns on, even if you have set up your foundation well. It means you're eligible to apply for monetization. And that's a huge difference because once you do hit that apply button, YouTube takes the time to actually go in and review your YouTube channel to see if you're eligible. This can confuse a lot of creators because sometimes they hit all the numbers. They feel like they are entitled to monetization, and for some reason they're finding their Jenga tower is falling over. Well, that's the thing. Monetization is not permanent. It is something that can be taken away from you at any time. Here's the thing. In order for YouTube to make money, 2 things have to happen at the same exact time. 1 is that viewers need to be happy with the videos that they're served, and 2 is that advertisers need to feel safe spending money on the platform. That's it. So if you hit the requirements and you've been following YouTube's guidelines, then you will be monetized. It's not like YouTube's trying to trick you or pull the rug out from you, but it is more than just the numbers at the end of the day that they're looking for. Whether you've already reached monetization or you've simply just applied for it, YouTube is always going to be checking to make sure that your content meets the guidelines for monetization across the platform, and they're going to do that the entire time you're here. In 2026, YouTube's detection systems are more advanced than they ever have been. And channels that have been building for a while get denied monetization all the time. And in my experience, it's usually for one reason. It's because they're breaking a YouTube guideline, sometimes without doing it on purpose, and some people actually admit that they were kind of pushing the envelope a little bit. And even though I know there's 100 examples out there of channels that are doing this, on YouTube, they don't like it when you use this stuff. If you're a faceless automation kind of channel and you're just pulling clips and sticking them on YouTube, that's not enough. Your content has to be transformative in some kind of way. And I'm not a lawyer. I can't tell you exactly what that looks like, but oftentimes people who are transformative are doing editing to their content. They're adding a narrative to it. They are adding their commentary to it. They have something to say. There's a reason for that clip existing. Another way to test if your content's transformative could be maybe you pulled a video clip, but you're providing the audio. Okay, remove the video part. Does the audio alone on a black screen still add some kind of value? Are your points still getting across? And if the answer is no, then you're still at risk. It's not enough to take a cool clip that you liked and just put some music under it. In the past, when I've seen people complain about being demonetized, usually it's because the channel is demonstrating a clear pattern. I'd like to think YouTube is taking their time with these decisions and making sure that they're demonetizing channels who consistently go ahead and try and play around with the guidelines a little bit, see what they can kind of get away with. We've seen YouTube make these mistakes before, but in my experience, when I see these stories pop up and I click into the channels themselves, it's because there is a consistent pattern of those channels playing around a little too much with the monetization guidelines on this platform. I know not everybody gets caught doing this, so you might be looking at other channels and you think, well, I'm just doing the same thing they're doing, but they're still monetized. What gives? Either they haven't been caught yet, or there's more going on behind the scenes that you just can't see because you're not them. Be that as it may, when you make content like this, you are taking a risk, plain and simple. YouTube isn't asking that your channel is super impressive and blows their minds. They're asking that your channel gets views and is safe for advertisers, so advertisers can post advertisements on your content. And not only does it have to be safe for advertisers and viewers, it has to be safe at scale, because YouTube needs to do this for every single channel and every single video at the exact same time across the entire platform. Okay, so the foundation's pretty good. You've been making videos for a while, and now you're just wondering, okay, I have some stuff here, but what's the fastest way to get monetized? Well, aside from just regular old videos, there are two other types of content that come up a lot on the journey to monetization: shorts and live streams. First, shorts. They are incredible for discovery and a great way to get a lot of views quickly, especially if you're good at storytelling. You can get subscribers quickly, and yes, those subscribers definitely count towards the 500 and 1,000 subscribers you need towards YouTube partnership. Unfortunately, though, a lot of new creators forget that the watch time you earn from YouTube Shorts actually doesn't count towards your 4,000 hours that you need for the full YouTube partnership program. So if your entire strategy is shorts only and you're not getting millions of views, you're not optimizing your channel for monetization. You are optimizing it for the subscriber part, but the watch time is not counting. It's also important to consider the shorts viewer mindset. They're swiping, they're scrolling, they are just sampling the content, and they're not really committing to any one particular creator. A lot of creators hope that, well, if people watch my shorts, then, they'll watch my long form videos. Unfortunately, that strategy doesn't really play out. We've seen it time and time again. YouTube simply doesn't work that way. If there was some magic hack to getting YouTube Shorts viewers to watch that one long form video you made that one time, trust me, everyone would be doing it. But now we need to reset and talk about live streams. Live streams can be absolutely amazing for watch time, especially if those viewers are going back and watching the stream when it becomes available as a VOD. And yes, the hours that people watch after your stream is done being live do indeed count towards being monetized on YouTube. But there's just one problem. Streams themselves are inherently community-based. Nobody's clicking on a 3-hour live stream from some stranger that they've never watched before. The truth is, when it comes to live streams, they are really awesome for keeping the viewers you already have. But when it comes to getting new viewers, it doesn't work. If you stream for 10 hours, but it's to 0 people, you've gotten yourself 0 hours of watch time. And at the end of the day, that strategy looks a bit ridiculous. I guess what I'm trying to say is that videos are the tried and true way of gaining the watch time and the viewership and subscribers you need to get monetized on YouTube. Alternatively, you could become amazing at making YouTube shorts and tell awesome stories that get millions of people to watch. And as I pointed out earlier, getting millions and millions of shorts views is a path to monetization here on this platform. But anybody telling you that these are the things that are going to get you monetized and these are the hacks, the shortcuts for finally making money on YouTube isn't giving you the full and complete picture. Now, here's the real problem. You could set up your channel perfectly and still sabotage your growth along the way. And that is why you need to watch this video next. It goes over all of the most common mistakes that new creators make when they upload videos to YouTube. Enjoy.